Ariana Grande getting all kinds of cozy with one of her dancers.
Did Katy Perry get booed by Taylor Swift fans in London?
And is Vine star Carter Reynolds facing charges of statutory rape? Obviously, lots to uncover and a lot of truth coming at you on Rumor Patrol. You are back at Rumor Patrol. Happy Saturday, my peeps. It is the 4th of July, and I am partying here with Jake Davis.
Celebrating America's birthday. What's up?
That is right. You gonna kick us off today, Jake?
Happy to do it. Rumor number one is Ariana Grande getting cozy with one of her dancers.
Oh my gosh, cannot a week go by when we're not trying to link Ariana Grande to some guy? I mean, even she went on the record recently to say that she is so sick of her existence basically constantly being described in the context of a relationship.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm happy to break this rumor down. I think this is just fully ridiculous, to be honest, but let's start at the beginning. So Ariana has obviously been on tour for a long time, and she has a ton of dancers that are on tour with her who all, just for the record, are super hot. I mean, let's just put that out there.
Good for them.
If I was being rumored to be dating this guy, I wouldn't be mad about it. So there's actually an entire Instagram dedicated to Ari and her dancer, whose name, by the way, is Ricky Alvarez. And like I said, he's definitely good looking. So there's this whole Instagram account dedicated to Rickiana. They even have a shipper name.
Oh my.
Tons of photos, videos, fan edits galore. You guys are so creative, by the way. And all these edits are obviously dedicated to shipping this couple and trying to figure out whether or not they're actually dating. Now, the genesis of the real drama or the real interest here got started at Pride. Ariana performed in New York at Pride recently, and she and Ricky sort of like simulated / got really close to kissing on stage as a part of choreography or a dance move. Just a playful thing.
So their job.
Yes,
they're doing their job.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. Well,
what do you make of this?
I don't know who Ariana Grande is dating. I don't know who she's interested in. I'm not the person to ask about that. I don't know. I don't know enough to say one way or the other because it seems like Jocelyn said every week, oh, is Ariana Grande dating the big boy statue on Ventura? No, probably not, but we're reporting about it anyway. So I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say no.
Yes, and I agree with you fully. I do think it's really sweet that her fans care so much about her, that they want her to be happy in life and in love, but she has spoken out multiple times to say that she is single, she's enjoying herself. So I'm just gonna go on the record and say that I think this rumor is totally
false.
False.
Probably.
Rickiana.
Rickiana. That sounds like a Game of Thrones character. Rickiana, King of the Andals, ruler of first men.
All right, moving on to rumor number 2. Is it true that Katy Perry was booed at Taylor Swift's London concert? A lot of things happening here, right?
Technically, Katy Perry did get booed at Taylor Swift's concert, but it was one of the dumbest things ever. It wasn't a actual Katy Perry, it was a video of Katy Perry that got booed before a Taylor Swift concert.
So this is a common thing, like when you go to a concert, a local radio station or TV show will show a commercial on a Jumbotron. They were both in the commercial. It wasn't just Katy Perry.
Yeah, it was Katy Perry and then Taylor Swift, so it was like a boo and then a yeah and then a boo and then a yeah. And it's silly, but I also don't think it's that big of a deal. It was just bored Taylor Swift fans. They were booing a television, guys. I understand frustration with inanimate objects. If it gets too hot in my apartment, I'll boo Hulu for showing me the same commercial twice. But,
commercials, the worst.
This was a very clever clickbait title that...
That's exactly what I was gonna say. This is a really great case of a headline being true, but actually totally false at the same time. So, did Katy Perry herself actually get booed at a Taylor Swift concert? This rumor, my friends, is totally false. All right, you guys, moving on to rumor number 3, and actually kind of taking a different turn for Rumor Patrol. A lot of the rumors we cover on this show are silly and way out there, but this one is actually very serious, so we're gonna kind of keep it very serious during this portion of the show. Is Vine star Carter Reynolds facing charges of statutory rape? Now, this story broke last week. I know that you've read up a lot about it, as have I, but we want to really stick to the facts since this is a very sensitive topic. So the situation is that Carter, who we all know from Vine, he is hilarious. There's no taking away from that. He's super famous on the social media app as well as on other platforms on the internet. There is a video that leaked of he and his ex-girlfriend, a girl by the name of Maggie Lindman, which was taken or stolen, hacked, I believe, from his iCloud account, along with a lot of his other social media accounts. And it's actually a video of the two of them in which a lot of people are making accusations that Carter was pressuring his girlfriend at the time, Maggie, to have sex with him, engage in sex acts, and time again, she said she was, quote, uncomfortable. So this is bringing up a lot of conversations about A, statutory rape. She was under 18 at the time that this happened, and B, the idea of what consent means.
Carter posted on Twitter, "Some of you guys have such a huge misunderstanding. First of all, Maggie and I were dating at the time. It's not like she was a random girl or a fan. Couples do stuff like that all the time. And no, I'm not saying that it's the right thing to do, but it's the truth. It was supposed to be a private video for no one to see, and I had no intention on posting it at all. I shouldn't have recorded anything to begin with, and I should have just deleted it right after I took it."
And I also think it's important to follow up with what Maggie's response to the situation was. She also hit Twitter to say this: "Guys, I never said it was all Carter's fault. We're both at fault here. I know I shouldn't have told him to take his pants off, but when I changed my mind and felt uncomfortable, he should have stopped. I know we are both at fault, but the point is no means no." So there are so many layers to this situation. I think it's great that they've both spoken out, but I do understand why there has been a lot of negativity and opinion on social media surrounding this situation.
Here are the simple facts. The video exists. It was seen by a lot of people. There are transcripts of what was said on that video. I personally feel that for Carter to come out and try to turn this whole thing into himself being a victim by people prying on his privacy is a gross manipulation of what this is really about. And it's why we've become so afraid to actually talk about these things and talk about the double standards in our country. But the fact is, we have somebody here who wants people to know that it wasn't like she was a random girl or a fan. It wasn't just some girl. Because then, from that statement I'm assuming, because then it might be a little bit more acceptable. So instead he did it to somebody that he trusted.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I think this is a really important conversation for you guys to have with each other, to talk about what the idea of consent means. And I also want to add that Carter later tweeted this: "What I did was wrong, and I get that, but I swear to you, I never forced anyone into doing anything that they didn't feel comfortable with." As
far as any pressing legal issues that are immediately on the horizon for him, it doesn't look like anything's coming.
Yep, so far guys, that rumor, that story is actually false. And with that, friends, that brings an end to this weekend's 4th of July Rumor Patrol episode, but we've got some very serious questions for you.
Very serious questions. Ariana Grande, in honor of the 4th of July, if Ariana Grande was dating any of the Founding Fathers or Optimus Prime, what would their relationship name be?
Wow, that's really all over the place. It's Founding Fathers or Optimus Prime, how does one choose?
The two most American people on this planet. The Founding Fathers, whoever those guys are.
Whoever they are.
And Optimus Prime.
Yeah, he is very American, very real.
Just throwing it out there, Grande Prime.
Also,
it's easy, but it's a goodie.
Also, want to know, Katy Perry getting booed at the Taylor Swift concert definitely got Jake thinking, and we were discussing, what inanimate object would you boo?
Let us know what gets a verbal reaction out of you.
Yeah, and this is the place. This is a safe place to share your weird stuff. So hit the comment section to weigh in. Thank you so much for watching Rumor Patrol. I'm Jocelyn Davis with Jake Davis. We'll see you guys next week.
Happy 4th, everybody.
You guys keep the Rumor Patrol party going by clicking to the left to find out if Nick Jonas and Miley Cyrus really could be getting back together.
And Cameron Dallas quitting acting. Say it ain't so. Click to the right to find out more.